On Monday, NASA's acting administrator announced that the agency is pursuing an alternative plan to land astronauts on the moon, as Elon Musk's SpaceX has fallen behind schedule. Sean Duffy, who currently serves as both NASA's interim chief and the U.S. Secretary of Transportation, told CNBC and Fox News that he intends to open a new bidding process for a lunar lander, inviting other companies to participate. Emphasizing the urgency of NASA's mission to beat China in the race to return humans to the moon, he stated, "We're not waiting for one company. We want to move the project forward and outpace the Chinese in this second space race." Duffy added that another priority is President Donald Trump's goal of landing humans on the moon before January 20, 2029, the end of his second presidential term. Achieving this would require building a new lunar lander in less than 3.5 years, a project that could add billions to NASA's current budget. Duffy named Blue Origin, founded by Amazon's Jeff Bezos, as one of the potential contenders. Blue Origin is already working on a $3.4 billion contract to build a lunar lander for NASA, but that vehicle is slated for the Artemis V mission, planned for the 2030s. Other companies, such as Lockheed Martin, may also enter the race to develop a moon lander. In response to Duffy's remarks, Elon Musk posted on X, "SpaceX moves at lightning speed compared to other space companies. Ultimately, Starship will complete the entire moon mission, mark my words." In another post, Musk added, "Blue Origin has never delivered a payload to Earth orbit, let alone the moon." He later clarified that he meant a useful payload, since Blue Origin did launch a test spacecraft into orbit during the first flight of its New Glenn rocket last January. In 2021, SpaceX secured a $2.9 billion contract to build the Artemis III lunar lander, a mission aimed at landing 2 NASA astronauts near the moon's south pole. While the mission is officially scheduled for mid-2027, few expect NASA to meet that timeline. The key question is how long the launch will be delayed. For Artemis III, SpaceX plans to use a specialized version of its massive Starship rocket, which stands as tall as a 17-story building. Originally designed for Musk's vision of sending humans to Mars, Starship is significantly larger and more complex than what's needed for a lunar mission. 3 failed test launches of Starship earlier this year have slowed SpaceX's progress. Although the 2 most recent launches were successful, further flights are unlikely before early 2026 due to ongoing upgrades to the rocket. Because of its enormous size and weight, Starship cannot travel directly to the moon and must refuel in Earth orbit, a process that has never been attempted at this scale. Under its contract with NASA, SpaceX is required to complete a successful uncrewed lunar landing before Artemis III. Despite widespread admiration for SpaceX's technical capabilities, many space industry experts remain skeptical that all the engineering challenges of such a complex rocket can be resolved quickly. NASA is now reassessing its path forward. Douglas Cook, a former NASA executive and advocate for lunar lander development, said, "They need to start work on a new lander that has a real chance of reaching the destination. NASA's current trajectory won't beat China." In this context, Lockheed Martin may emerge as NASA's savior. The company's proposed lunar lander is smaller than those of SpaceX and Blue Origin and resembles the 2-stage design used in Apollo missions of the 1960s and 70s. It appears more feasible and could be built using existing components. However, building any new lunar lander within the short timeframe ahead poses a major challenge for space companies. Such a spacecraft would likely cost more than current contracts with SpaceX or Blue Origin, since those wealthy firms cover much of their own development expenses. Traditional aerospace companies like Lockheed Martin are less likely to take on such financial risks. Ultimately, NASA's decision to open a new bidding process and explore alternative options reflects mounting political, technical, and time pressures to fulfill the dream of returning humans to the moon. This race is not only a test of innovation and execution but also a defining moment for America's leadership in space. Whether NASA can chart a new course and outpace its global rivals remains to be seen.